Good morning, students. Now, today we will discuss how to create a module and a random module. First of all, how to create a module. Suppose we want to create a module which calculate the area of the circle where in which there are two functions which calculate the area of the circle and another function which calculate the circumference of the circle. So the way how to create the module which contain both this function and how to use this module, we will discuss it. Suppose we made a module circle.py. So this is a comment, this is single line comment. I write circle.py. So the name of this module is circle. It is Python extension file. Okay. Now here is a doc string which is for help, which is for the programmer, in which we mention functions to find area and circumference of the circle. So it means this doc string is used as a help content when the user press the help or when the user run help command. We will show in detail how this will be displayed when we use help. Now we import math module in our this circle module. So because in area and circumference both pi is used, so we import math module. Now this is another comment where functions are defined. This is the doc string which is displayed when we use help. Here our first method is def area of circle, in which only one argument is used, so I have given r here. Here also I have used a doc string for help, which is it return area of circle. Okay, these doc string are to be enclosed within triple quotation marks. Now I return math.py multiply r multiply r. So this will calculate the area of circle. There is another method which calculate the circumference of circle. Here is also single argument needed, which is radius. It also returns, there is also doc string which returns circumference of the circle. It will return math.py multiply 2 multiply r. So here in this function block we have defined two different functions. First one calculate area of the circle, second one calculate the circumference of the circle. And this is the doc string which is used for help purpose. We have left some space for better understanding between different blocks of this module. So these are the two functions, two methods. This is a doc string for help. There is also another section which is called constant, in which we have declared a constant pi whose value is 3.14. It is our defined constant, user defined constants. Okay, so when you save this file, you have to type this file in script mode and save it as circle.py. Okay, so after saving this file named as circle.py, when you import this file and use the help option by writing the following code in interactive mode or on console. So you have to write this. First you have to import this module, import circle. Then when you write help circle, then the following output will be displayed on the screen. This is the output. It will first show the heading help on module circle. It means this is our module circle. Then it will show name. What is the name? Name is circle.py or name is circle. There are then other heading is functions. Functions contain area of the circle which takes single argument r, and if there is any doc string in the function, it will be given. It will display the detail about the function. It is return area of the circle. So this function will return area of the circle. Another function is circumference of circle, which also accept two arguments. It also returns circumference of circle. Now in data section, the constants are given pi, whose value is 3.14, and in the file, the location of the file. This is the total actual path of the file where this module is saved. C user japp app data local programs python 3732 circle.py. This is the name of the module. So this is the way to create module. You can use it as the same as standard library module. Uh, by this way we show how to create module, and you can use this module in your own program. To use this module in your own program, you have to first import this module, and then you can use this function area of the circle, circumference of circle by its qualifying name, means circle dot area of the circle, circle dot circle of circle. You can use it in your own program. Check it, make this module, run this module in your program by using the function area of the circle and circumference of circle, by passing the value, and check whether it is working or not. Now our next topic is random module. Random modules is used to generate random number, either integer or floating point number. These random numbers are called pseudo random numbers because we don't know what this module is going to be generated with the help of some kind of algorithm which is beyond our syllabus, but we have to study the methods which the random module is going to use. Okay, so these are the two most there are two most common random generation function. These are, first one is random. So random module use the common functions. First one is random. Now what does random do? Let us see. It returns random floating point number n in the range 0.0 to 1.0. So this random function will generate random numbers between the range 0.0 to 1.0. It means the floating point number n is greater than equals to 0.0, but it is less than 1.0. It means the random number are generated between 0.0 and 1.0. 1.0 is not included. It means it is less than 1. So random number are generated between 0 to 0.0 to 1.0, but 1 is not included. The number generated with random module will always less than 1.0. So the number generated with 1.0 will always less than 1.0. Only lower range limit is including. It means this 0.0 is included, this is not included. Okay, so it only generates floating point number. So this random module will generate only floating point number. We will see the example, but let us see another method. Another method is rand int. Rand int takes two arguments, a comma b. Lower limit, this is called lower limit, this is called upper limit. It returns random integers and in the range a comma b. So it also return, but it return integer. Random returns floating point number, this return integers, where integer is in the range is equals to a and is less than equals to b. So both range limits are inclusive. So a and b both are included in the output. Okay, it generates integer. It is used to rand int is used to generate integers. Now let us see how this works. First one is to generate floating point number between 0.0 and 1.0. How to generate these numbers? First of all, we have to import random module, import random. Then this code is you have to write in at console, okay, or interactive mode, you can say. Import random, print random dot random method. So this will randomly generate number between 0.0 to 1.0. So here is the output. Output will be different, not as it is as I have given you. So output will be 0.03567890 1 2 3 4. Sorry. This is simple technique to generate random floating point number. Another technique is to generate a random floating point number between range lower to upper using random. suppose if you want to generate more than floating point number greater than 1.0, then how to generate? So first of all, you have to use multiply random with the difference of upper limit with lower limit. This random multiply random with difference of upper limit with lower limit, that is upper minus lower, and then add to it lower limit. So suppose if you want, let us understand with the help of example how you will generate. So here is our example. Suppose you want to generate number between 15 to 35. The number is floating point number. The number is floating point number. Suppose if you want to generate between 15 to 35. This is upper limit. This is lower limit. So first point here written is multiply random with difference of upper limit with lower limit, that is upper minus lower, that is 35 minus 15. Multiply this. So we have to multiply 35 minus 15 with random. This is then second point written is add to it lower limit. Add to it lower limit. So add lower limit. This is lower limit, add lower limit. So you can write print random dot random method multiply upper limit minus lower limit plus lower limit. So by this technique you can generate floating point numbers between 35 to 15. So if you write this and run the code, then output will be something like this. Not exactly, it will be different, but between this range 35 to 15, 15 to 35. Okay, so these are the floating point number which are generated between these two limits. This is the basic technique to generate floating point number by if the range is given. Another way is to print random integer in range 15 to 35 using randint. If you want to generate random integers between 15 to 35, it is very simple. You simply write, first of all import random, then write print random dot randint 15 comma 35, lower limit upper limit. Simply pass the lower limit upper limit in the randint method. It will generate any random integer between 15 to 35. Both are inclusive. It will be either 15, either 35, or between 15 to 35. Any of the output will be generated. So this is the last topic of our this Python libraries. Previously in Python libraries there is also some topics are there, but this year some topics are removed. Revised syllabus I have already given to you, in which you have to know how to use Python libraries and how to use different modules. There is no topic which contains how to create the Python libraries. So we have not discussed the creation of Python libraries. It is given in your book. If you want to study, you can study it. Otherwise it will be okay. Now our this topic is finished. We will discuss in our next class data structure. So till now, goodbye.